Hey guys, another video with the Scenic Cruiser here. We got a generator that generates electricity, and speaking of electricity, oh, that's quiet. That Tesla. Anyway, we've got this generator here, and as a lot of you might know, we had a fuel leak on it. So let me show you what I had going on here. I've got the return lines on the generator here. A rodent had chewed through the line, and then I made the mistake of trying to pull the line off of the barbed fitting instead of cutting the line off. And as you might know, once a fuel line is put on a barbed fitting like this, it will not come off. And unfortunately, as a result, I broke a couple barbed fittings in there, but I've got some new ones. Fortunately, the parts were available, so I've already got one of them off. One barbed fitting goes on the top of this line here. You see where I'm shining my light there, where there's one fuel line coming off. There's another one that goes on top there. And then if you look through here, a little bit difficult to see, but we have another barbed fitting that broke off right by the air filter there, kind of is where it's at. There we go. You can kind of see where that fuel line would be going. So anyway, we're going to replace both of those. I'm going to put the new fuel lines on. And one last thing, I'm also going to replace all these little rubber grommets. You can see that they've just broken and worn out over time. So in order to preserve the electronics in that box, I'm going to replace those rubber grommets as well. Also, parts were available. I was pleasantly surprised that all these parts were available from Generac. So let's get this done, put the new fittings on, the fuel lines. Let's see how it goes. So here, to give you guys an idea of what I should have done in the first place, should have taken my little razor blade here. You just slit the old fuel line with a razor blade like so, like that. I didn't actually slit it because it's already done, but give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. And then the old fuel line just comes off like this. There we go. So there's the unbroken barb. As you can see, it's still okay. Here's the old piece of fuel line. I just slid it right down the side, and it slid right off. So now we can take our new fuel line, slide it on, tighten it up with the clamp, and we'll be good. There's the other broken fitting that I got to take off and replace. Here we go. Got it. I don't know how well you guys can see this in low light, but this is literally how much room I have to work here. There's the frame and the engine here, and I'm just kind of crunched up in here. I can't really get much up in there. And then above the generators, you can see is the top of the RV, or the floor of the RV rather. But it's a little cramped in here, but we're getting it. Well, I'm definitely going to need a little bit of a shower tonight. As you can see, the whole leg of my pants here is covered in diesel fuel. Apparently, we got another little fuel leak here. It's no big deal. But whenever I lean against the fuel line, see how that starts dripping? And then it stops. So I had my hand running up through here, and I was pushing the line out like that, and it just started dumping fuel. And I'm like, man, why does my leg feel wet? So now I smell like diesel fuel. I hope my wife's okay with that. Anyway, I'm going to replace this. I got the lines up there done. Sorry about not much video content of actually working on it. There's so little room up in here, it's not even funny. But I got the new lines, new hose clamps, as you can see there. That's all done. The lines are ran, the hose clamps fit. I had just the right amount of fuel line. I should have bought more, but it did fit perfectly. So when in doubt, guys, always order more than you think you'll need, because you will end up using it. Anyway, I'm going to fix this right here and then put the rubber bushings in. We should be good to start this thing up. Still rocking into the night here, but we're making progress. So as I stated earlier, all the fuel lines are done. Now what I'm working on is the little rubber bushings. Now, here's the rubber bushings. They're broke. As you can see, completely worn off. The rubber has completely deteriorated. Here's the other side of them right here. Now the side with this nut and the washers is inside the control box here. And they sit right in these holes here, right there. So I did have to take the control box apart. And while I had it out, I found a broken wire back in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see that broken wire? So I'm going to fix that while I'm at it. And one of the tricky things was getting these out of the generator housing itself. So what I ended up doing was, because this is sitting flat, there's no way to grab it with a pliers because it sits too flat, a screwdriver, a socket, nothing. So I took a hammer and a screwdriver. I used the screwdriver as a chisel, just like so, on the edge, and then I tapped it with the hammer. That broke it loose, and then I was able to back all 4 of them out. And it was actually a piece of cake. So the most difficult one was conveniently right up here in front, which was nice. I got all 4 of those out. Now we're going to put our 4 new ones in right here. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with threading them into the generator itself, and then I'll put the hardware behind it in the control panel. Okay guys, I think we're finally done. Plug this back in. Just plug that back in. Here are the new rubber mounts. Got the panel back on here. I'm going to start with the circuit breaker off. Fuel leak down there is repaired. Fuel lines and the barbs are replaced. The little elbows there, brackets. We have to hold this preheat button in for a while for one of 2 reasons. First off, it's cold, so it'll help it start better. But secondly, when we had the fuel line disconnected there, a lot of fuel ran out, so we got to purge the air from it. So we're going to push this button. You can hear the fuel pump down there running. There we go. Did you hear that change? Now we got fuel. That's good. Keep going until that steadies out. That's probably good. Now we're going to go ahead and hit the start button and see what happens. Probably just got a little bit of air in there. There are no fuel leaks. Alright guys, there we go, all sealed up, done. I'm happy to say that there are no fuel leaks. That is outstanding, really happy about that. So we're looking good here. Look how bright this is on the inside now. We have converted all the lights to LEDs except a few. Look at that, isn't that pretty? All LEDs, all beautiful. I love it. Even, look here, even in the cabinets, put LED lights in the cabinets. Now, how cool is that, guys? So there you go. Now, before we wrap up the video, we got one more cold start to do, and I know you guys can't wait. Guys, there's nothing like these quick grips here. Not only is it a prop for the little cover over the engine here, actually it's a big cover, but it's also a tripod. So I'm gonna set my camera in this little thing here for you guys. Look at that, got you aimed right at the engine. All right, let's go start this baby up. This is what you've all been waiting for. That's the sound that I like. Oh man, listen to that thing turn. All right guys, that's it for me for now. I'm gonna go get a haircut, maybe. I gotta take this rig back. Stay tuned. We took this thing on a trip and it was about 3 days long or so, and it did great. We loved it. We got some video footage coming to that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for more. We've got lots of cool videos coming, and I'll see you guys next time.